This is to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
Hey guys!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on another live stream from Movie Chat. As you know, as you could probably guess, it's been a bit of a rush this week as we only scheduled the show about an hour or so ago. So I apologise about that. It took a bit of time. Steve, how are you, my friend? How are you getting on?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. I've just been busy at work and I've still got this bloody pain in my side, but other than that, I'm trucking along.
Mm-hmm.
How about yourself?
Yeah, good. I went to the emergency dentist this week, so you've probably seen me rubbing the side of my mouth or messing about with me tongue on the inside or whatever, but it was because I've ended up cracking a tooth there, so I've had to have it filled. So
When are you off to Turkey to get your new set? Hey, Joanne.
I'm not that rich. I'm not that rich. I'll just do with the filling or the glue or whatever.
The very, very basic. Give me the cheapest you've got filling.
Yeah, it will do me. It will do me. 24 quid for the emergency appointment. I came out and it was like you put chewing gum or something in my mouth and it's all hardened up now. So yeah, it's fine. It'll do. It'll do.
Think of how many of your own Christmas presents you could have bought for that.
The good news is. The good news is, though, is that I'm no longer in pain now. So I've been putting up with it for months, and I'm no longer in pain. So that's the best thing about it. And yeah, we've been to CAFT today, which was do you remember last year I went and I played Santa for the disabled children and the.
But you're only medium, Steve. Now
I'm only medium still. I didn't play Santa today though. I was off.
Hey,
I was, entertaining the kids at the fire pit, roasting marshmallows and making reindeer food and stuff. So it's quite good. I quite
was you an elf then?
I wasn't dressed as an elf. No.
Are you sure? Because I think you'd suit an elf's outfit.
I wasn't dressed as an elf. No, I did have elves with me, but I wasn't dressed as one. But it's quite a rewarding day when we do stuff like that. You know,
That's amazing.
And stuff like that. So we're back there again on Monday. To do the second day of volunteering. So yeah, it's been quite a busy week. Evening, Joanne. Evening, Pat. Thank you for joining us, or just leaving us because two people have just left. So, whoever's still with us, thank you for staying with us.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah. I'll just take this opportunity to remind people of the Movie Chats meetup at the 25th of March in Chester. There is a Facebook sort of event there, so go and check it out if you haven't already. If you're looking at staying over in Chester, there is a few travel lodges and Premier Inns and stuff like that around, and B&Bs. Then you're more than welcome to join us. It'll be great to see you all. So go and check out your diaries. Make sure you put in the 25th of March that you're in Chester, and come and see us.
Yeah, I got the okay the other day. I mentioned it to her again, and she was like, "Yeah, if you want to go, just go." I was like, "Yeah, we'll do."
That's if I've still got somewhere to live after Christmas. After I keep ruining it.
Oh, God.
She was not impressed when I came back with those Transformers the other day. She was not impressed.
Well, I either get something well out of the box, like literally. I mean, I think she might have spent a bit of money this year on something that she's seen at a collector's fair somewhere that somebody's gone to. She's like, "Oh, do you want me to tell you what it is?" I was like, "No, you can literally not tell me until Christmas Day."
Well, the culprit was him. The culprit was him. It was Blaster. There's two people I blame for this. One is Tam.
Yeah.
from Tam and Bell Cells, and the other one is Mike, who lives next door.
Fair enough. If you want to blame people, that's fine.
Yeah, because I did tell Lana I wanted one after seeing Tam pick one up, and I was a bit envious. I've always wanted a blaster, but I was never willing to pay the money. So I did say to her, if you're struggling for ideas for Christmas, get me blaster, right? And then,
so you told your wife what to get you, and then you went and got it anyway.
It was a suggestion. You know, like I suggest to you that you get new glasses so you don't look like an idiot, but you'd never do.
I know. It's just terrible, isn't it?
All right. Anyway, so we're walking around Warrington, and we're in the the Golden Square shopping centre in Warrington.
Yeah.
And the girls wanted to go in Lush. Me and Mike weren't going in Lush, so she said to me, "Why don't you go in Game?" Now, I generally don't buy anything in Game because it's all overpriced. So I nip in, and I see Soundwave, and I see Blaster, and then I'm like, which one do I buy? And then Mike goes to me, "Why don't you get both?" And I go, "Oh, okay then." So I was talked into it.
Oh yeah, I can see. It really took him a while to get through to you. I bet he was like, "Look, mate, honestly, just get him. Just get him. You'll regret it. Just get him."
Yeah. So I end up buying both, right? And like I say, it's Tam's fault and Mike's fault. It's not my fault. I'm just easily.
I'm not sure how Tam falls into this, to be honest.
Because Tam got one the other week, didn't he? And I wanted it. I was like,
I've watched Tam and Bell's video blogs, the Christmas blogs that they're doing.
Yeah, well, they picked up more Transformers this week.
Literally, I think there was one I was watching yesterday, and he was like, "That might have to be kept. That might have to be kept."
So they're contagious, right? Once you put the like tattoos, once you get one, you've got to get them all. They're like Pokemon, right? So I end up buying both. And I walk out the shop, and as I walk out the shop, Lana and Mel are walking towards, and she goes, "Oh, what have you bought?" So I was showing her these two Transformers, and one was Soundwave, and the other one was Blaster. Now, unknown to me, she was going in the shop to buy me Blaster because they realised that they had them in stock, and you can't get them anywhere else. But it was on sale, and I've already bought, and I've ruined Christmas.
Shocking.
She wasn't impressed. She was fuming with me.
It's only because now she's got to figure out what else to get you.
Yeah. So sorry, babe. I know you do.
Just need to put a little bit of effort into it, mate. That's all I'm saying.
I am an absolute nightmare. But I am that picture that I shared the other day. What do you get the man that's an adult and buys what he wants throughout the year?
Yeah, that was a funny picture. That I did show Lou that.
Anyway, right. Hi, Caro. Hello, Pete.
Hey, Lindsay and Alvin. Hope you well.
Lindsay and Alvin, I'll send you a Instagram post because I know you guys have said that you'd be interested in coming on. But don't worry, we will take it easy on you and we'll get you broken.
I've been watching their videos recently. They've been some really good videos.
So have I, and we'll break you into YouTube lives very, very slowly on a small channel like us, but it'll be great to have you on. So let's get to the nitty gritty of what this week's show is. This week's show is Julieanne Moore as the featured actress.
Yeah.
And the homework movie was When Harry Met Sally. Now, I am not going to lie, ladies and gents, and I'm not going to try and review it. I have just not had the time to watch it this week, and I know little Steve has been as busy as I have because we've hardly spoke this week. So
that's very true. I can always tell when it's like, is he falling out with me? It's like, no, we've just both absolutely rammed with work.
So unfortunately, there'll be no wheel for the homework movie. However, Shabba has asked me to put two films on. He's asked me to put Johnny Manami on and Slapshot. So they will be going on the wheel for next week when we run the wheel for next week.
I've got to get that on Blu-ray now and then. Because
Yes,
there was a release a few months back of that, which looked really cool. That was old enough.
Now, I tell you what I did. Or do I talk about this later on?
No, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. Right, so let's move into... yeah, you're more than welcome, guys. And like I say, we'll get you on in and we'll break you into it nice and easy. Let's move on to the featured actor, shall we?
Cool.
Right. As I was just saying there, the featured actress, not actor. I might have to change that. Actor. Is Julieanne Moore. Now, when I was looking through her back catalogue, there is films there that I enjoy. There is films that I've not seen, but I've been reading the blurb on it, and they look really, really good.
Did you? Hey, Kathy. Did you notice? Cherry's gone to the pub again. Hey, Rich. Did you notice that? Like she was born 1960.
Mm-hmm.
That's mental. I would never have put her at that age. But then I've been saying that the movies that she did like around the 90s, that would have been in her 30s, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That makes a bit more sense, really.
But
I've watched a lot of those from the 90s.
Like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Where the Mockingjay films she's in. She must have been 50.
Yeah.
Give or take. It's looking good.
I just noticed it. I was like, I can't believe she's that old. I would have said maybe 70s, but not in her 70s, like born in the 70s.
Right. Sorry for the big sigh. Sophie, yes. I am looking forward to our stream, right? When Gareth invited me on with you to do Little Shop of Horrors, I was over the moon, right? It was only about the fourth message in. He told me it was a sing-along version. That's not what I'm not looking forward to.
I love Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah.
So, yes, Sophie, I am looking forward to our double date on Gareth's show. There's nothing wrong with being born in 1960, Peter. It just shocked me when we've seen it. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes. So she has done some great films, some films that I really enjoy. She's done films that I've not seen. There we
Great
go.
soundtrack.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get my Audrey 2 voice sorted, aren't I? For the big booming Audrey 2 for the sing-along.
Magpie Movies, welcome. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you popping in.
Evening, mate. I watched your last video before. Really, really good. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I did.
Happy birthday. So, yes, she's done films that I've liked, films that I've not seen, but films that look really, really good, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are good. There's also films in that list that I've left out of my top 5 and me mentions because I can't remember her being in it.
Now, yeah, I get what you're saying with that. There was a few of them that I was looking at. It was, I think, what was it I was looking at? So I want to say like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle or something. It was something like that. And I was like, I don't remember her character. I think she might have been like a neighbour.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone in the chat younger than Cherry. Well, Cherry's not turning up anymore, clearly, Kathy. You need to have words with her.
I want my hat back.
Yeah.
So the two films, the two films there, Hand That Rocks the Cradle and Body of Evidence. All I can remember of Body of Evidence is Madonna. I can't remember her being in it.
Yeah.
And Hand That Rocks the Cradle is another one. So I've sort of deliberately left them out of our conversations today.
Yeah.
Because I know that we fell foul in the last couple of weeks just picking films because they were in it, but we really enjoyed it. But do you want to go for your top? Would you want to go for your top 5, Steve?
Yeah. So I've got Evolution.
Oh, I love
it's a long time since I've seen that one.
I've watched that recently. Evolution, yeah.
Boogie Nights.
Hmm.
Hannibal.
Yeah.
Don John.
Mm-hmm.
And Children of Men.
Again, Children of Men's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great movie. But they're the ones that really stand out. I mean, there's the Carrie remake as well, but I think she played the mum in it, if I remember rightly. Which wasn't too bad.
2013. Was it 2014?
Something like that, yeah. But I vaguely remember her in it.
Mm.
Where's that one? There
So I've got a couple on that. Yeah, Sophie, you're right. Children of Men.
yeah, 2013.
2013. It's an awesome film. Clive. What's his name?
Clive. Oh God, Clive Owen. That's it.
Clive Owen, that's the one. So in my top 5, in no particular order, I've gone with Hannibal, Children of Men, Evolution, obviously.
Yeah.
David Duchovny is brilliant in that, and I just love it when they're singing along to play that funky music when they're in the Jeep. So it's the only reason why I want the Jeep, so I can reenact that scene. Hunger Games. Okay, and when I was doing my research for this, and I forgot she plays the President wannabe, doesn't she, in the Hunger Games? And so I've watched those 4 films again this week.
The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. And of course, she's in one of my all-time favorite films.
See, yeah, I know what you mean. I couldn't picture her in it at the time.
Yeah, she's in one of my all-time favorite films. Now,
See,
when
Lindsay and Alvin have said Hannibal is a fantastic movie. I enjoyed that. I thought the only thing that put me off was I don't want to say the villain in it, but the other guy in it just looked a bit minging. After he'd been, after the pigs had had a go.
Yeah.
But the actual movie, I love it. Huh?
The victim from the first film.
Yeah, but it's played by a famous actor in it. What's he called? Oh, what was he called? What's he called? He's bloody Commissioner Gordon in Batman, isn't he? In the trilogy. I think it's him.
Gary Oldman. Gary Newman.
Gary Oldman, yeah. Hey, Video Tasters, I'm sure it's Gary Oldman.
I don't know. We'll have a look in a minute. You've got your phone there, haven't you? Because I've got a habit of goosing up. My mentions, though, I've gone with Non-Stop, Seventh Son, The Forgotten, The Fugitive. But like I say, there's films here like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Body of Evidence, Boogie Nights, Kingsman. She's done quite a few. Now, a lot of these she was really like bit part players, but I can't remember her in those films. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know it was. It was Gary Oldman. He played Mason Verger, is it? Yeah, Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Hey, Sharon. Yeah. Now that's still Alice. I can't remember if I've seen it or I haven't seen it, but that's one that I'm gonna have to go back and have a look at. That seemed all right. Who was she in Jurassic World Dominion?
I don't know. I haven't actually watched the bloody thing yet. I've had it since day release. But obviously she was in The Lost World, weren't she?
She was in The Lost World.
It might be the reoccurring role, to be fair. But yeah, I've had that since bloody day release, and it's still sealed.
Because I can't remember seeing her in Jurassic World Dominion.
Why is that what he's saying, that she's in it?
It says that she's in it. I know she's in The Lost World, so I don't know if you've got that confused. Because you know what Jurassic World is, just a remake of Jurassic Park, isn't it?
She's not on the titles that I can see. She was definitely in The Lost World.
She's also in Love Actually.
She was in the remake of Psycho. Yeah, I know she was. Yeah, I just couldn't picture who she played in that. Oh, nice one, Sophie. Enjoy.
Yeah, I've heard. What you watching? Anything good? Was she in Love Actually?
Hang on a second. We need Money Mental for that one.
was she in Love Actually?
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I can't remember her being in it.
Sister of Marianne Crane. I can't remember being in Love Actually. Unless she only had like 2 lines and then that was it.
Yeah, I can't see her on the main credits. I'm sure they're doing this just to annoy us.
Yeah. All they want to do is name a movie and see if you've got it behind you.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there is that.
That's like the new drinking game, isn't it? Every time Chris uses the word distressed.
Oh, that's when you messaged that the other day, because I said to him that first video he did. That first video he did, and it was, what was he saying all the time? Was it something to do with graphic or something like that? He was going on about how they were playing. I think it was because he kept saying,
Printed.
Kept saying they were printed or playing. I was like, you could have that as a drinking game. But then you put that on there. I was howling.
Right. So, yeah. Which one of the films, Steve, would you recommend someone to watch if they?
I think Boogie Nights is a good option. I enjoyed that. But I've been saying that. I mean, they're all good movies, but I'd say Hannibal's probably one of her better movies. You know, we're sort of talking about how many she's been in that was sort of a side character. I think Hannibal's she's got a good role in that, to be fair.
Yeah. And just for shits and giggles, you've got to watch Evolution.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles.
That's probably quite a difficult one to find now, to be fair.
You'll probably get it in your local CEX or charity shop.
Maybe on DVD. I don't think they ever brought it out on Blu-ray. That I know of. But yeah, she's not a bad actress. I mean, she's in a lot of movies. It was quite clear to see when you're looking at the list. She's got quite a back catalogue. But I think it seems to be sort of like the back end of the 80s onwards, really.
Right. I'll tell you what, we'll jump into movie news because there's no point looking at the homework movie because we haven't seen it. We're not going to make any excuses.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So, the last couple of weeks I've had my fingers crossed about DC getting the act together with Warner Brothers now, and people are saying that they're getting really excited. You've got Henry Cavill coming back, you've got James Gunn in control, and building on the Justice Society and the Justice League as well. Did you see the reports coming out from Warner Brothers this week in the Hollywood Reporter?
No.
The DCU is at risk. There's going to be a major reboot. There's going to be major recastings. The stories aren't going to flow. They're just going to sort of bring it all to an end and start again, right?
Well, to be fair, it's not a million miles off what's coming out of Marvel at the minute.
No,
they're coming on about the phase 5 and 6
being the
last.
They're
sort of they're reassessing that at the minute.
Yeah. So James Gunn got into a tweet yesterday on the back of it just to try and justify what was being said. So I'll read it out, right? So his first tweet: as for the story yesterday in the Hollywood Reporter, some of it is true, some of it is half true, some of it is not, and some of it we haven't decided yet if it's true or not. Right? So that was quite cryptic. He then sent another couple of tweets about how they're giving the next lot of DC 10 years. So they're going to do an infinity sort of saga sort of time scale where it's all great, right? And then his last tweet that he ends the conversation with is, as for more answers about the future of the DCU, I will sadly ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and stories the time and attention they deserve. We ourselves are still asking a lot of questions to ask and answer. So they don't know what's going on here. Now you've got characters like actors like Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot. They're saying that they were pleased with what they've done. They're made up that they've been part of it, you know, and stuff like that. But now they're sort of backtracking and saying if it's the end, it's the end. You know, you've got Ben Affleck not knowing exactly what's going on. You know, you've got the Flash. Apparently, Cavill's done a cutscene with Superman being in the Flash, so it's linking Superman into all of these films for Man of Steel 2, and we don't know if we're going to get Man of Steel 2 now. You know, the only one that they have confirmed in stone is the Batman 2. That's not at risk at all. That's still going ahead because it's not part of the DCU. So, yeah, I thinking we're in trouble here with DCU. And like you say, with Marvel saying, listen, fans, we're finally listening to you. We're going to go back to the original sort of formula and get a solid story that all links to. That's brilliant. That instead of just throwing content after content after content out.
Well, that new CEO for Disney, I watched a video with him the other day. He was doing an interview, and he was saying that he got asked the question about sort of how do I say it, the political correctness, should we say, of some of the stuff nowadays, and sort of what his stance on it was. In other words, are you going to keep going down that road, or are you going to make it a bit more like Disney's been for forever? And I think the general gist of what he was saying was, you know, we're going to do what the fans want us to do, rather than sort of what's politically correct. So I think he's now sort of backpedaling on their probably the diversity and inclusion sort of side of it. I mean, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be; they should be on that. But I think what he's saying is they're not going to be as they're not going to, because it's about political messages. I think they were going on about within Disney.
I have all the time in the world for it, right? If it's done in a way where it benefits the character.
But the political side of it, they've been chucking it down people's throats for years.
Yeah. Now. If there's a character, if there's a character payoff, for the reason why you're telling me a character is X, Y, or Z, or A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, or whatever.
Yeah.
If there's a payoff, then it's worth it. But just throwing it in for the sake of throwing it in with nothing at all, I don't need to know that. You know,
like I say, that's the political stuff that the woke political stuff that they've been doing. Like I say, it would be interesting to see where this goes, because if it's done correctly, like you say, there's not a problem in the world, is there?
No.
But I think a lot of these studios are now realizing that they're sort of losing the audience somewhat with some of it, you know, and especially something as sort of prestige, should we say, as big as Disney. They can't afford to mess that up. Hey, Dave. You know, and I mean, it was good when they come out with the stuff like they did the couple of autism videos when they did the first launch Disney Plus, and that was really good.
See, you know? I was laughing at Lana the other day because, you know, someone was saying that they wanted to be Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and that's what it was on one of the programs, and she said, why would you want to be a Disney princess? And I said, why would you want to be a Disney princess in a film where you've been held ransom and you fall in love with your captor? Because that's what Beauty and the Beast is, you know, really. He kidnaps her, holds her ransom, won't let her leave, and she ends up falling in love with him. That's the story of Beauty.
You just ruined one of my favourite Disney classics there, Steve. All in one sentence.
She's got Stockholm syndrome. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Stockholm syndrome.
You know, welcome to Beauty and the Beast in a nutshell. If we're going to go back, and Lana said, you know, Disney's full of all that type of stuff. You know, when you look at what the stories are, that's, you know. Next bit of movie news: Rush Hour. Do you enjoy Rush Hour?
Not singing in Rush Hour, but I enjoy the movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Rush Hour 4 is in early development with Jackie Chan.
Oh, that'd be good.
That should be, Stockholm Syndrome, so romantic. Yeah.
You're only going to get it here, Ashley. You're only going to get the truth coming out of Big Steve's mouth, or Medium Steve.
See, I spoil everything. It's not just movie endings.
It says as he sees it.
Say
what you see. Say what you see.
Say what you see. Say what you see. So Rush Hour 4 is in early development with Jackie Chan. So I am looking forward to that, but I am a bit nervous that Jackie Chan's 80? He must be about 80 now, give or take.
He could still kick your ass. I won't worry about it.
I am pretty sure he could, but as an action star,
he's the wrong person you want to try and mug out of an 80-year-old, isn't he? It's a bit like trying to drug Steven Seagal.
Now I watched Under Siege the other day.
Yeah.
And I wanted to watch Under Siege, and that hasn't aged well at all.
Oh, I might have to give that a watch now. I've got it sat here. I've watched it. I haven't watched it in years. I had a friend of mine that we in the 90s. He had all the Steven Seagal movies on VHS, so we just sat and watched them.
Yeah. There you go. Might be a bit dated now. Good in the day. Yeah. Jackie Chan 68. Thank you,
wow.
Kathy. Yeah. Next bit. Antonio Banderas. Okay.
He must be about 70 now.
Yeah. Famous for playing Puss in Boots.
Yeah. I'm sure that's the role he wants to be known for.
That's the role he's known for now, is Puss in Boots. He's hinted at a Shrek 5 and a possible spin-off series for Puss in Boots. Now, I have seen adverts for Puss in Boots series on Disney Plus. So I don't know why he's coming out now here and saying we might get one, because I'm pretty sure we are getting one. I have seen stuff for new Puss in Boots. So I don't know if he's just behind the times and Disney. Oh, here we go.
There we go. Welcome.
Yeah, we've missed you. Where have you been?
We're feeling left out.
Yeah. So it's a case of.
Come on, Pat, do your worst.
Yeah. So it's a case of Disney being premature with the adverts, or he's being late with the update. So someone's not talking to somebody somewhere.
I mean, Antonio Banderas thinks he's giving an exclusive.
Yeah. I know what I'll do. I'll just drop it in.
You do realise he's been out for about 3 weeks now.
Yeah. Right. And I know you're a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings.
Right. Did you ever want to go to New Zealand to go see Hobbiton?
Are you paying for it?
Wow. Did you know that they're opening Hobbiton as Airbnbs now?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. So you'll be able to go and stay in one of the houses that they've actually used as a Hobbit's house on set. They're going to open it up for you to stay there. Now,
I think we should pay for Andrew to go there, because it'd be hilarious to see him trying to fit in one of those.
Yeah. Now, we were talking to AJ, weren't we, the other week on whose stream were we on? Was it Matt's stream, or was he in our stream when he was talking about going to Tunisia because Star Wars and all the houses and everything were different?
Wow, yeah.
I'd love to go to New Zealand to go and see Hobbiton. Lana would love it as well, because it'll be a holiday. She just doesn't happen to know that that's where they filmed The Hobbit. So we can kill two birds with one stone there. I think that'll be really.
Lindsay and Alvin would rather pull their own teeth out.
Oh God, it'll be such a place to visit. Never mind stay, but just to go and visit. I'd love to do a tour, because you can still go around to sets and stuff, can't you? Like the day.
There's only one major place I want to visit, and that's the Home Alone house. I want to go and see it.
Well, just drive past it. I'm sure someone.
Yeah. I'll do a bit of a tour of the town though, because there's other stuff in that town other than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see that.
Have I got hairy toes?
Don't. Why did you have to ask him, Kathy?
No.
I'm gonna have to grow
I'm
them
no
out.
hobbit. I'm too tall to be a hobbit.
What size shoes are you again?
Size 11.
11, people.
Yeah. I've been to Malta to see the Popeye Village.
Well, that'd be cool. Yeah, Rich, that'd be a really cool one.
I have been to Malta to see that. They had one of the mock-ups for Jaws there. Do you know one of the sharks?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't put my sock back on now. That's what I get for being fat.
Could get a cold foot now. Well done, Kathy.
There you go. I'll be off work sick tomorrow with hypothermia.
Just a toe.
Yeah, just my toes.
Less of that, Dave. Thank you very much. Cheeky shit.
Yeah, so I have been to the Popeye Village in Malta, and they had one of the mock-ups that they used for Jaws there as well in one of the houses. So
I think there was a Hollywood auctions or something I was watching, something like that a while back, and they found one of the original Jaws that were just sort of hanging up outside some sort of, scrap garage or something.
Yeah.
I think they took it to auction in the end, but it was literally just hung up like as a sign.
Mm-hmm. That's that. Not really a Lord of the Rings one, but I'd love to go to New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you'd look like a giant in a hobbit's house, wouldn't you, Pete?
I
don't know. So that's movie news. I'm trying to stay away from all the boring stuff in movie news. There's a lot of actors recently coming out and making comments about films that they've done 20 years ago and the poor conditions that they had to suffer while they were filming. Look, I feel sorry for you if you felt that strongly about it, you were going to give your profits from that movie and your wages from that movie back to the poor or back to a charity, or, I'm really sorry. I felt really shit about it. I shouldn't have done the film. Here's 100 million. I'd appreciate that, but you're not. You're just moaning about conditions and what was it that the writers for How I Met Your Mother, came out and said that they weren't happy about the lack of diversity in the series. The series is flipping 20 years old. It's like Friends. What are you apologising for Friends?
Yeah, but the thing is that that's the culture we're in now, isn't it? Where you literally you get it every other week. There's an actor or a studio or whatever apologising for something they did 20, 30 years ago, when the time was different. It's going back to what we were saying. What AJ was saying the other day when we were talking about the young ones and that box set and it not being edited in any way. It's a piece of art from its time. It's a product of its time. If you don't want to watch that and you might get offended, then you don't watch it. It doesn't mean any less of the person that's watching it. It's just that they grew up with that, so it's up to you to decide whether or not that's what you want to watch or what you find funny. But yeah, this is the problem is that people, can you imagine, right, if 20, 30 years ago that social media was as prevalent as it is now, that nobody would be working anymore.
No.
None of them would be working.
What do you think in 30 years' time our kids would be apologising for our generation?
Just more stuff.
What would you think it would be? Do you reckon that my kids will be looking back at me going, "What a dickhead! I'm really sorry for my dad." The comments he was making there might have offended, I don't know, Munchkins or fucking Smurfs or something like that.
Yeah.
Or he made the comment about the aliens that have now arrived on the planet. Well, I didn't know there was fucking aliens there.
But this is it. Literally, if someone finds alien offensive, then we'll be apologising for that in 20 years' time. But this is the thing. Can you imagine? They're lucky. Oh, and there's another point just to bring up. Yeah, that was sad, that Dave. Dave saying, obviously, Kirstie Allen died this week, didn't she? From Cheers, yeah. Just a shame. Yeah, she was quite a big character in that program. I've got them behind me. Cheers.
She was. So,
But yeah, just going back to what we're saying, it's
introducing Star Trek 2. She was, Kirstie
Alley. Hey, Junie. Hey, Santa. Hope you're well. Busy period this time of year.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
who's talking here?
Lindsay's just said there, you see. Just get on with things.
This is it. I mean, it's. I think the older you get, the more you realise, really, and it's what makes you happy at the end of the day. You're too old to worry about what others think. Sometimes.
I don't know. I don't deliberately set out to offend.
No, same here. Absolutely. But I can't keep apologising if I do offend somebody.
I think there's a fine line in when you do set out to offend, and you're saying something deliberately because you know it's going to put the knife in. Yeah.
No, there's a difference. But, absolutely.
I'm hoping people that watch and friends of mine know that if I am saying something, it's 99% of the time in jest or something like that.
Yeah, well, we do it all the time, don't we?
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd have a co-host half the time, just because I take the piss that much here.
Yeah, everyone knows I think you're a prick.
But then they know you bully me, so.
I don't know. Yes, it is always true. 1% worries me. Yeah. Right. Let's move on before we get too bogged down in politics.
Let's just not go deep.
That's not what you said to me when we last met.
Hey, you're the one that left me with Andrew watching bloody. You're actually on a fucking pretty much a date night at your house while you sent off to bed with your missus.
Right. Pickups of the week. You might have seen me video early on in the weekend about the me pickups and me experience in CEX. Right. And it did stir quite a bit of comments on about the level of service in CEX, just generally across.
Oh, you were proper bitching, weren't you?
Across the country. Now, I am not being funny, right? If it started because we took a look on the internet on their website, and they had a copy of This Is England 90 on DVD for Lana.
Yeah.
It's got a watch strap for Lana's watch that she wanted. Yeah. And they had something that I wanted. I can't remember what it was. It's not that important. So we had an £18 voucher from when we went to CEX the other week and traded a load of stuff in. So we were trading in a old Amazon Fire Stick. Okay. 16 quid. And we were going to buy these 3 items and a Google Chromecast.
Yeah.
So, when you hand something in, it's got to be tested, right? So you come back in an hour. So we give them time. We went and had lunch. We went round shopping. We come back. So we jumped in the queue. Or Lana went and got in the queue. There was a member of staff in the cabinet already that the Chromecast was in. So I said to the bloke in the cabinet, do us a favour, you just take that Chromecast over to the till for us because we're going to buy it. And he went, I'm too busy. I can only do one thing at a time. You were already in the fucking cabinet, and all you got to do is carry it over to the till. And he locks the cabinet up and walks over. Right? So Lana's in so she gets in the buy queue because the buy queue's empty, and we're buying Dreamcast, we're buying stuff.
Yeah.
So we jumped in the buy queue, and then she went, right, I want to buy the Dreamcast, but I'm also, and she gave him the receipt for the tested Amazon stick, and he went, well, you're selling, you're going to have to get to the back of the selling queue. I made her go and queue back up in the selling queue. It was full.
Quite rightly.
hanging out the bloody door, right? And these three, all I can describe are bellends, were on the buying side doing nothing. They were talking. Instead of calling people over from the selling queue to actually get that queue down, they were stood there. I was like, couldn't believe it. I just couldn't fucking believe it. CEX Warrington, just get your fucking act together. It's not hard. Anyway, so I did end up buying something. I bought a Dreamcast and I bought batteries not included.
Good lad.
Now I have seen this, and this is like a staple of my childhood growing up.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
this
It's
movie.
such a good movie, good family fun movie, isn't it?
Yeah. Now we did have fun and games because obviously the person that was doing the signing in of the Amazon stick, I confused him because I wanted to buy this at the same time, and he was like, and he just didn't know what.
Yeah, I thought that, Lana. It's a Chromecast, not a Dreamcast.
I did
We're
say
not that fancy. You said Dreamcast, mate.
Oh, did that? Apology. They've got me all that fucking wound up again. I forgot what I was saying. So the second time when we were buying more stuff, that just confused him even more. So yeah, sorry, CEX Warrington. I'm not going back anytime soon to that. However, it did. The likes of yourself and AJ, you were saying that you had something similar in CEX.
Well, like I said to you, at least one of the branches in Liverpool was an absolute nightmare. They were so rude; it was unbelievable. You know, I mean, I had fucking about 100 quid's worth of Blu-rays sat there waiting to be spent, and I asked for to see a steelbook, and they were like, "Oh, we cannot give you this." I'm like, "All right, okay, just I want to know if there's any marks or scratches on it or what." And she's there literally in my face like that, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, mate." So, but the thing is that the girls and guys in my place, apart from the manager being maybe a little bit wet behind the ears, the rest of them, they're great guys and girls.
My CX are great in Ellesmere, but you know, I go in there.
It's amazing how much of a completely different experience you get.
Yeah, I go in there and speak to the staff. They know me. They know me for video calling you as well for the steel books. They still laugh at me for that.
No, Junie, we're going to pass it over to next week because we've both been massively busy this week, so we've not had a chance to watch it. So I'm going to watch it next week.
Yeah. So that was apart from the Transformers. Like I say, I got Blaster. I got an awesome looking Soundwave. How cool does he look?
Yeah, that's cool.
He's awesome. Got an awesome looking Soundwave. I got Blaster that I shown at the start of the video, and I got a Titans Return. Sorry, a Combiner War series Cyclonus as well. So yeah, it was quite heavy on the toys this week for me. So yeah, CEX Bradford is useless. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't tell you that. I went to post office the other day to post off my Secret Santa, or not so Secret Santa, and literally there's one woman in front of me. I'm like, oh, this won't take long, and she literally had 2 parcels she wanted to post separately to New Zealand, one after the other, and then she must have had about 50 cards with her to post off as well, all over the bloody country. I'm like, oh. But the thing is usually if I go into the post office, there's usually about 7 people are waiting, and there was one person, and I'm like, this won't take long. And then she whips out these bloody, I want to send this to New Zealand, starts filling in the bloody paperwork.
Dave, I'm sorry, mate. I said I wasn't going to get political here. All these talks of strikes across every industry is fucking pissing me off.
It's only because he can't strike, Dave. That's the thing.
No, well, we can't strike. Can you just imagine me striking for a pay rise working in the electric industry? You know, the prices have just gone through the roof for everybody, and then we go on strike because we haven't got 10%. You know, Do you know what? Fuck off, the whole lot of you with your fucking strikes. And you know what you're doing? It's not that you're doing it over Christmas Day. You're doing it 2 weeks before because it's like the trains. Why are you not?
Explain this one to me, Dave. 48-hour Royal Mail, posted on the 22nd of November. Turns up today.
You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone's entitled to a good rate of pay for the job that you do.
Yeah.
Right. And I know the APR and CPI and all that lot is all going through the roof, cost of living and all this. But when it comes down in April, you know, it's fine. But what does me head in is that people are striking for 6 weeks. You've spent your pay rise. I'm not striking for Madeline. Yeah, you spent your pay rise in strikes because you don't get paid for striking. So all that wages that you've lost just equates to what you've got in your pay rise for the next 12 months. You know, and
right. Well, let's not get too bloody political about this because we could be here all night setting the world to rights. But that's the same with, like, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, we'll go. Are you taking a bit of time out there, Steve? Is that what you've done? So we're going on pickups. So I've got a couple of things that I picked up that I'm not going to go through because I put them on a video, which should be out hopefully soon. But a couple of the unusual things I picked up this week. I've got The Little Girl Who Lives Down Lane, which is a movie with Jodie Foster in. I am just checking that, but yes, it is Jodie Foster. But it was done at the same time as Taxi Driver, I think. There's another one she did at the same sort of time, but it's with her and Martin Sheen, so I'm looking forward to that. A Eureka one, which is Yanks, which is Richard Gere and Vanessa Redgrave, but that looks a good one. I watched the trailer of that one. From the charity shops, which was quite a nice thing. It's very rare I find something in the charity shop that's not a generic movie that I've already got. The Longest Day.
Yeah, I love that film.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. I just say rental copy on it, but that's going to annoy me, but it'll do for now.
Not as much as it annoys me when they've got CEX reprints in the corner.
Well, there is that. Young Guns. A couple of foreign movies. This one is The Woman That Almost Lynched, a 1953 movie, Blu-ray. And this one is My Darling Clementine, which again is brand new and sealed. So I picked them up. This is what came today from my Royal Mail 48-hour postage from November, which is the complete box set of The Good Wife.
I haven't seen any of that, but you've been picking those series up, though, haven't you, separately?
No, I picked up one series. I couldn't get hold of the other ones. I was hoping to just pick them up from charity shops, but this is the second series. But I got fed up because these box sets are usually about 40 quid. But it was I managed to pick it up from the British Art Foundation, I think it was, on eBay for 20 plus postage. So I was adamant that thing was getting delivered, and luckily it has today. And then there was one more pickup I got, which is a bit unusual, but I'm fascinated by sort of what happened with this. I'll explain it in a second, but you'll know why I bought it, which is the Twin Towers commemorative piece. Yeah, so I think it's Danbury Mint, something like that. Yeah, it's got a George Bush quote at the front of it, but obviously I'm fascinated by what happened there. In a non-morbid way, it's just very, very interesting. So I picked that up when I saw it on the old Facebook. The gent had one of like the Statue of Liberty and one of something else, and he was like, "Do you want them all for this price?" I'm like, "No, just that. I'm not really interested in the rest of them." So that's my pickups this week. So I've got a couple more, but I've done a video for that, so I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, it's cheers, Junie. I just shoved it on. I had it on for work the other day. I've got loads of different Christmas jumpers. But yeah, it's just a few odd things. But the Good Wife thing, I said to you when I was looking for them, I'd seen loads of 10-minute clips on Facebook, you know, like every so often you'd see a 10-minute clip or whatever of them, and it looks really good. Obviously, there's different court cases per episode.
Mm.
Nice Stormtroopers and Darth Vader Christmas jumper. It's quite warm, to be fair.
If you sent me the memo, Steve, I would have put a Christmas jumper on, but you don't. You don't communicate with me anymore.
Really? It's maybe because you've been so busy this week, you've not even said hello.
No, you're right. I haven't.
I only see if you're active on the chat when there's something that is Transformers related.
I only jump in the chat just to take the piss out of Chris and the drink.
Jump back out again.
You know, that I'm distressed. No, you've just got paint and rips all over you, mate. It's fucking rags. Spin it. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm trying to.
I communicated by post. Nice one, Dave.
Get there. You'll never get there. You'll get it next Christmas. Yeah, so I'm trying to be a bit more particular about what I'm picking up now.
Just your Christmas presents.
No, I just went through a stage of buying Blu-rays for the sake of buying Blu-rays when you've got 3 for £1 or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
And I just ended up picking a load up that I had no intentions of watching. It's one of them. Nicer. Big Steve Hudson.
Does he say be nicer?
Why have you got no name tag? Oh, because I forgot to put them on. Why? Have you changed my name or something?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, I've just wondered why Lana was saying, where's your name tags? Yeah, so it is what it is, isn't it, mate? The pickle. We travel the country. We go out quite regularly, you know, to different places. So we go into different shops and we get, you know, some really, really good pickups in charity shops that we've never been into. But then by us, we're in there that often. We're seeing the same stuff that we seen 12 months ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it happens. Sometimes you can go in there and it, like the next day, and there's loads of new stuff. You know, I think that's it. It's how do I say? That's the lure. That's the lure. The lure of sort of some of those charity shops.
Yeah.
Really, is that you think, oh, I won't bother today, you know, or something like that, and but you're automatically thinking, well, they might be putting stuff out. I do have a relationship with quite a few of the charity shops around here, but I don't have it in the respect that I know exactly when they're going to drop things onto the shop floor. No, I don't think it's pizza tonight, Kathy, to be honest with you. I think it's just maybe some chips or something. I didn't want something massive. Because your new viewers don't know your names. Oh, yeah. Cheers, Lana.
I thought you changed it to something funny, and obviously it wasn't on the stream. Yeah. Right, I tell you what we'll do then. What's next? What comes after it? You know, my brain's not with it at all today. Where are we? Pickups of the week we've just done.
No, tell a lie.
Cheesy pizza with garlic dough balls.
See, I told you weren't doing that though.
Pizza and garlic dough balls. Okay.
What's that? What's the middle names?
Any middle name, Steve? Yeah, my name is Robert. My middle name. I ruined Christmas. You a dickhead, aren't you? You are an absolute cockend. Right. There we go. Links in the chat, guys. You are more than welcome to come on. Sponsored by Just Eat. Yeah, you're getting us confused with little Andrew's drinking with Andrew. Right, ladies and gents, the chat is in the link. Please come and tell us what you've been watching, what you've been enjoying, anything that you've picked up that you want to share with us, really, and just come and be part of the show. I tell you what, I did watch, Steve, over the weekend. Sort of binge watched Wednesday.
Okay, so let's talk about it. What do you reckon?
Let's talk about Wednesday. For the first time ever, ladies and gents, little Steve watched the series before I did.
You know what? I'm getting fed up of having to wait for you to catch up.
So he watched it before me, and he actually sent me a message saying, "Have you watched it yet?" And I knew I was in trouble because I hadn't watched any of it yet. So it was like, right, I better binge watch it because I knew he was going to call me out on it today. Yes, I have watched it, Steve. I really enjoyed it. And I can see what you mean about when you were saying that you wish we're going to get a sequel.
Yeah.
A second series.
It's definitely got the legs to do it. It's got the potential. I think the niggly things about it that people are going on about. Drink, thank you. Would be maybe you don't see the family as much, but I've been saying that I'm more than happy with the actress that plays Wednesday and the show in a whole. I'm very happy with that playing out that scenario rather than it being more about the family.
Was it Jenna Ortega?
Jenna Ortega, yeah.
Plays Wednesday.
Yeah.
I quite like that scenario where it is focused on Wednesday and fucking hell, she shouldn't from the pub.
This is it's lies. No, it's real. It's real.
It's mad, isn't it?
One message and told you to get your ass back home.
No, I was only going for like 20 minutes anyway. We've got a jazz and gin night on.
Well, I'd only be in a pub for 20 minutes if they're having jazz and
If it's outside, it's all right. You can escape it.
All right. Have you seen Wednesday?
I have. I've watched it twice.
Right,
I'm thinking about
that. Right. Okay. So, I do like the premise that it is central on Wednesday, that they've took it away from the house.
Yeah.
And she's in the school and she's in boarding school. I like that.
Yeah.
That there is bits of it that I found tedious. That she's in like a special abilities school. Yeah, Everyone's got a special ability. And I see where you were going with your Harry Potter analogy when we were talking.
Yeah.
The other week, last week about it.
Yeah.
I do see that, but there is bits of it where I'm thinking if it was just in a normal school and she was just an outcast herself, that might have been a bit better without her being in a group of outcasts. If you see what I mean.
I don't know because it means that she could. Sorry.
No, go on.
I think it means that she can actually interact with the other outcasts more. Exactly. When she's in a normal school, it's just kind of like, oh, she's on her own. She's not found her tribe.
No, I mean, and they sort of knocked that on the head quite early on in the series because it was like, look, she's tried that and failed.
We're not discussing the story here. Okay,
no,
we're not going to go down.
The first 20 minutes of the first episode, she moves schools. It's as simple as that. In fact, it's less than 20 minutes.
It's in the trailer. That bit's in the trailer.
Yeah, I found that really hilarious. That for to get back at the bully, she throws piranhas in the swimming pool. I thought that was just hilarious.
Again, the first 5 minutes of the program.
And in the trailer.
The only thing is that I am known now for not getting the job done. It was only attempted murder. I thought that was a great line.
Yeah,
for just to come out with,
I mean,
Go on.
Definitely, it's more than that. Just 2 points, Mum.
I mean, Jenna Ortega, she was saying that to sort of get into the character, she had to learn not to blink. It was just a small detail like that, you know.
That she kind of just chose to do it, and then it was a thing.
Yeah. But I think it's definitely got.
I can't see the chat now. You've closed it. Oh, sorry.
Honestly, Ashley, it's
Mum and Dad watched it, but I don't fancy it. Ashley, to be fair, I didn't know if I was going to fancy it at first. Like I say, when I started watching it, I was like, "What am I sort of watching?" And then about halfway into the first episode, you're like, "You know what? Yeah, I can get into this."
It seems like an extended Tim Burton film as opposed to a TV series.
Yeah, definitely, it's definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth catching up on if you've not seen it. Like I say, I don't want to go into the story because it's only a week old, and
it's either that or you can watch Harry and Meghan.
I hate people that ruin things for other people. So I tend not.
What?
I tend not to.
Did you hear my mum's reaction to that?
Your mum's still getting up off the floor.
So yeah, I'm trying not to go into the story, but there is some good bits in it. But like I say, there is bits there that I found.
I was just disappointed. I'm not ruining it by saying it, that I figured out who the villain was quite early on.
That's just because you're
like literally when she walked on screen, I was like, she's going to be the villain, and I'm not going to explain why because it'll ruin it for other people. But I was just like,
yeah, like I say,
it was sort of like it was sort of like a Scooby-Doo moment, though, wasn't it? You know, it's like watching a Scooby-Doo cartoon when they revealed that bit.
I think the thing is
it's the same thing I thought.
But it is one of my new favourite things, I think, as regards to TV shows. I'd like to see another one done. I can't see him not greenlighting it unless Tim Burton doesn't do it.
I think even if Tim Burton doesn't come back from a second series, they'll make a second series of it. There's other directors there, but they just won't have the Tim Burton spin, will it?
No, but it very much had his fingerprints all over it.
Yeah. First episode or second episode, better watching the third or the weekend. Worth a watch, Ash. It is definitely worth a watch, Ash. And like I say, it's unusual for me to be behind little Steve in any of this. Usually, I would have watched it all the time. Yeah, I would have well and truly watched it day release, but I've just been mega busy. I have a question for Big Steve.
You've been watching Meghan and Harry then, mate.
What question have you got here that you want me to apologise in advance for?
I'm worried now. By the way, hi everyone in chat that said hello. Mum closed the thing on the telly so I couldn't actually see the chat anymore.
Shocking.
Just rude.
I'm just intrigued to see what Coro's question's going to be.
I must say, it's nice to have you back, Cherry. He's been bullying me without you.
He is a bully. I know. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes.
I bully you with her being here. What difference does it make?
At least he's someone to stick up for him.
Right. Chat, do I bully little Steve? Or is it self-defense?
There's not enough people in the chat to give you a definitive answer on that. They've not seen it. They don't know.
Is it self-defense? You know?
The bruises are internal. It's the mental bruising.
And you should see what you do to me, Steve. No, I've got slumped shoulders from carrying your weight.
Jeannie. Thanks, Jeannie. Say.
In a loving way.
I haven't seen.
Actually, there's no such thing.
I haven't seen that yet, Junie. I haven't seen it. It looks really, really good, and I do need to catch up. on that.
Okay, Tesla King.
Yeah, it's Sylvester Stallone's new one.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
Quite big, Steve. Right, okay. I think it's best to answer near the end of the stream because probably get death threats. Okay, this is getting better and better now.
Oh, don't wind him up, Coro. It's just gonna.
Just get the question out the way. 100%. Don't bully him. He deserves it.
Don't spoil Wednesday because it is a good program, and I don't want to be responsible for anybody not being able to enjoy it.
I'll tell you what I did watch as well with Lana this week. If it's about Face Off O'Connor, we know the answer. I tell you what I did watch this week was because we've been watching Celebs Go Dating, right? And on Celebs Go Dating, we've got the girl from the Tinder Swindler. She's on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we've watched the Tinder Swindler on Netflix this week.
What do you reckon?
And it hasn't changed my mind about the way Netflix do documentaries. However, I don't think the two women have come off looking very clever in this at all. In my eyes.
Well, I just think that he took advantage of the naivety.
I think the first one had more of a angle on it because they were technically boyfriend and girlfriend, weren't they? They were seeing each other, and then obviously he come in. So you got that. But the second woman was just a friend to him.
Yeah,
they weren't sleeping together. They weren't going out or whatever. They were just friends.
I think she wanted to, though.
Well, I think the words are there, aren't they? In both opening statements, he gave me the name, and I Googled him, and then I was interested. That both women said that to start off with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think either woman comes out in a particularly.
But as I said to you, I mean, with some of these programs, the way that they do their programming, in one episode you're like, it's definitely them, it's their fault. Then the next episode is like, oh, it's definitely them, I've changed my mind. And then you end up sort of being in a situation by the third episode where you're like, I've not got a clue what's going on. But then there's evidence shown in the last minute that actually puts it in a different light.
The thing that gets me is that he's done 5 months in prison.
Yeah.
He's come out. He's now a millionaire.
Yeah.
With a model girlfriend. So he's not learned anything from this. If anything, it's benefited him because he's the one with the better life. And these women are still £250,000 in debt that they're still paying off.
But I wouldn't, without seeing these programs, I'd never believe this stuff was even a thing. It's so bizarre.
There's absolutely no justice in any of it because they should have got the money back, especially when now he's got the money to pay him back. Just give it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it fraud?
I think in the eyes of the law, it's not. It doesn't count.
Has he actually done anything wrong?
I mean, morally, yeah, but I don't know about. I don't think legally they've got any standing.
Morally, he has. I'm just saying, has he done anything lawfully wrong? I've asked you to take a credit card out, and then can I spend it? Yeah.
There's no like laws covering it.
No. And then I ring little Steve and I say to little Steve, look, I need to get a cab home. It's going to cost me £80.
No chance.
You wouldn't say no to me. You know you would.
But he did fraudulently put her down as a owner of the business, though, didn't he, or something?
He sent him a pay slip to say that he worked for the company.
Yeah.
But she's used it hasn't she? She didn't have to use it. She's used it. She's the one that's committed the crime.
No.
She's the one that's defrauded the credit card company, not him.
Well, I think that laws are always evolving, so it might evolve that there might be a law against doing that sort of thing in the future, because it's not really been a thing before.
I mean, the best program for that is like that. Is it Creating Anna or Inventing Anna?
Yeah,
that one. That is so off the wall bizarre. It's like
she got more time in prison than the other guy.
How she got away with some of that stuff is mental. To get herself in that crowd of people and that with that audience and everything, you know, he was just basically taking advantage of women. He was saying he was this big jet setter sort of guy, you know. But even in the modern day, it's hard to fathom how these people get in these situations. But 100%, I don't know. I would say that the women are probably just as gullible with that guy.
I think it's just because there were so many other people involved in it, like business-minded people who had done well in their business, to then fall for it.
That's the difference. Is that with Anna, she was sort of, not only was she rubbing with the right crowds, but she was convincing people that were very, very, very clever people. She was defrauding these very, very clever people, you know, and most of them should have just done due diligence tests and stuff and checked for stuff, but they didn't. They just took her on value, most of them. You know, I mean, he was just your bloody basic con artist, really, that other guy.
Yeah.
She was taking it to a whole new level.
Well, like, talking about Netflix documentaries, like not deciding who's a bad person and who's a good person, and all the rest of it, like deciding who's in the wrong. Thanks. The most recent thing I watched was My Unorthodox Life, and in the first season, it's like she's this independent woman who's got a successful business, and all the rest of it, and she's really successful on her own. And the next season, she's getting a divorce, and everything's crashing down because it's not her own business. So it's like, even a reality TV show, there's still lies in it.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants to be seen, at least most of these social medias, they want to be seen as, you know, successful and famous and all that sort of stuff. But
he went down. He went down for something not even relating.
That's what happens a lot.
What he's been arrested for. You know, because they said, by the way, he's getting off the plane and he's under this name. So he never went down for fraud. He never went down for impersonating somebody. He went down for whatever he got done for in Israel before we moved away or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was that cocky to even tell the newspapers, "I'm going to sue you for defamation of character." You know, if you go ahead with it. But do you reckon that's where we got all his money from then at the end? Because they were saying, you know, he's come out of jail. He's now this multi-millionaire. Do you reckon he sued the paper and won, and that's where he's got his money from? They just never said that.
I don't know, mate. He's mental.
I really don't know, because so much of it was true that they were saying.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so obviously Netflix is...
I think it's unreliable.
I don't know. It seems to be a growing pattern, doesn't it? Like you say, Cherry. I mean, it seems to be sort of a theme that these programs aren't set out to sort of give you an easy ride. You're literally jumping from one fence to the other, one side to the other during watching the bloody things.
But I enjoyed the Untold series. You know, the one about and one.
Yeah.
Basketball and I enjoyed all of them because they did just stay truthful. They were just interviews. It was, you know what, this was a mad time in our lives, and this is what happened. You know, and you've got the footage there to show that. But this twin that the Tinder swindler, you know, they haven't learned the lesson. They're still on the app. They're still, you know, one of them's gone on a bloody international dating show and, you know, and whatever. But it is an interesting scenario in my eyes with Netflix, because they do have some really good ones, but then the later ones or the current ones are all shit. And that one about the Cecil Hotel, I watched 3 episodes that were 2 hours long on that, and were no further along than what you could read on Google in the first like little paragraph about that.
I think it's the like the Netflix originals, because they have got a load of documentaries on there that aren't the Netflix originals, and those I think are the good ones, because they come from like Channel 5 and BBC and all the other ones.
Yeah.
And maybe it's those ones in particular.
Sorry, I'm just little Steve comment in the chat threw me a little bit, because I'm like, movie chats, I haven't wrote that. I forgot Steve's got the keyboard. Yeah, so it's I do not bully you. I'm the one that's going to need the shield.
Everybody knows it.
You're going to get like a Shrek type mob after me, aren't you? Now,
there's video proof, Steve. Big Steve.
Video evidence. Yeah, laughing at me when I fell off a chair.
It's interpretation.
And then not asking if he was okay until hours later.
That's because his wife reminded him to.
That's not my fault he fell off the chair. I didn't cause him to fall off the chair.
Yeah, but you could have asked him if he was okay.
You know.
Could have checked he was okay before laughing.
He's all right. I did ask him. Well, look,
after Lana reminded you to.
It's hard not to laugh. I'm sorry. It was just the whole.
That's all you do is just laugh, Steve. Just laugh.
Do you know what made that? Do you know what made that worse though? Right? It was the little hand that popped up to try and save yourself as you were going, and then the first words out of your mouth was "hello," and it wasn't like "fuck," "shit," or anything. It was "hello." It was like, where's that come from?
Thanks, Junie. See, got an army.
To be fair, Big Steve, you're just a really mean person.
Really mean.
Our internet's dropped.
See, there he does it again. See, bullying. I've got you back.
They're just trying to kick me off now.
So, what are we watching this week then?
I don't have to try.
Rude!
What are we watching this week then?
I can't remember what I've been watching now.
That's not a place I want to be. It's between you two. Bloody hell.
A thorn between two roses. Oh,
this is like one of those hiding games now, isn't it? You know, where you've got to follow it. You know, if anyone, I apologize if anyone's got epilepsy or anything here, and you know, and little Steve, not even me, is moving this around. You know,
who's leaving? Lindy. Bye, Lindy. Don't be nice to us. You hate rugby.
I don't know. I'm confused now. What were we doing here? My eyes have gone funny. Oh,
you're saying what are we watching this week?
Don't remember.
Yeah, actually, we'll be watching Die Hard. It's Christmas after all. I am dying to watch me Die Hard. Now it's Christmas.
Oh, talking Christmas movies, have you watched Violent Night yet?
No.
Oh, I want to watch it. You've watched that Christmas movie? Oh, I watched the Christmas film.
Violent Night is absolutely amazing. It's a mix with Home Alone, Die Hard, and Under Siege. It's just brilliant.
I am looking forward to that one.
It is my all-time favorite Christmas movie now.
I mean, to be fair, they do reference those movies in it. Apparently, pardon me.
They reference those movies, and they go back into Santa's lore as well. So you get where Santa's come from.
Yeah,
and all that. It is really, really good. The way they've done it is brilliant.
Night, Lindsay, Alvin. Take care, guys.
I did see The Devil's Hour.
Leo's
I've got that to watch, and I've got that Spirited as well. I need to watch.
I want to watch that one as well. I keep forgetting about that one. I watched Your House or Mine or something. Your Christmas or Mine. Your Christmas or Mine. See, my mum knows what I've been watching. I've forgotten.
Oh, that's the one with the lad from Sex Education and Ender's Gaming, isn't it?
Yeah. It's quite a cheesy Christmas film, but there's funny bits in it because it's an English cheesy Christmas film.
Right, I see. Yeah.
There's bits where I actually chuckled out loud, and that doesn't happen a lot with Christmas cheesy films. And I watched the one with Lindsay Lohan in because I have to, because it's Lindsay Lohan.
Was it good though?
It was terrible, but I loved it. And everybody said the same thing.
Not known for her acting skills, is she?
Oh no, she's fine. Like she's.
Well, she is. She's going to be a snowblower.
Not anymore.
That's a line from Short Circuit 2. Your mother's a snowblower.
Terrible.
Your mother was a snowblower.
Where's my phone? There it is.
Jeannie's been watching Let the Right One In series, so it's really good. I haven't seen anything about that one, to be honest.
I haven't heard of that one either.
The vampire one.
Well, there was a movie on it, wasn't there? Let the Right One In.
That's what I mean. Is it based on the book and the film?
Maybe. What are you Googlings?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
See, here's another one I need to watch. Here we go. Come on.
To be fair, Caro, everybody on Twitter says how terrible it is, but they loved it.
What's that?
If you can get out, if you accept that it's going to be terrible before you watch it, I think you're fine.
It's just like an episode of Movie Chats, isn't it?
That's another one I need to watch this Christmas.
Miracle on 34th Street.
I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing.
Might as well get some together now.
I don't. Inside.
Oh my god, that was brilliant.
What's
I
that?
haven't seen
If somebody hasn't watched it, you need to. It's great. I loved it so much.
Die Hard.
I want to watch it again, actually.
I've got the Die Hard box set somewhere. I'll have to dig it out. It's on one of those shelves.
I found one there. I was having a piss around on Google the other day, and there's I did see it a while back, but I completely forgot. There's one that's got like the Nakatomi Prison, the Nakatomi Plaza, as a statue thing. Mate, that's well expensive.
Send it away. There we go. So this confused me when I got this because the original Die Hard movie was £8, but the set was £10.
Yeah.
So I might as well get the set. So you're telling me that the first film is 8 times better than the others? So, the prices were ridiculously more.
They almost empty, ready to go.
Well, there is something I want to get stuck into this week while I've got a bit of time over the weekend. is that box set. Is the Prisoner box set. You know, I bought this when we were in. I want to say Grimsby.
Yeah.
I want to try that. I want to get back into that because
I
that's filmed both from us in Port Mary.
I ordered that Fat Man, the one that last year with Mel Gibson in. I ordered that about a week or so back, thinking I'll watch it over Christmas. The bloody delivery date's like the middle of January. Well, it's a bit bloody late then. I'll have to wait another year for that thing to watch it again.
No, you can watch that. That's like that Violent Night, though. You can watch that all year round. You know, you do need to watch that. That's your homework before our Christmas special. Is that you've got to watch Violent Night? You've got to watch it before.
I'm going to be watching that and Spirited.
Yeah, I can get on the thingies now, the Christmas movies, because it's Christmas. It's near enough.
Christmas.
I'll wait for that to come on TV. I'll wait for TV.
Christmas starts the 24th of December and it finishes the 26th of December.
You can't. I can't get all these movies in on one sitting, Steve.
But it's not Christmas. It's just December.
Okay, there are movies in December that I would like to watch.
Yes, that's better.
Well, that's just to appease you.
Mum's just said you've obviously shaved the rest of your head. That's why you shave your head and everything, because you're green underneath. And furry.
I was trying to have to. I don't know if you listened last week, Cherry, because you're too busy with your social life now to be part of the show. I was talking with the girls, right? My two, and my youngest was like, "It's Christmas. It's the 1st of December." It's not Christmas. Christmas is this period. You know, it just happens. It's based in December. You know, and we were having a similar conversation last night because they remind me of it all the time now. They see a house with Christmas lights outside. Look, Christmas lights. No, they're winter lights. They're just winter lights. They're not Christmas lights.
Are you telling him it's the winter lights?
Yeah, I almost told her he doesn't exist last night just to shut her up, but I'm not that cruel.
Oh, right. So you've got some.
I know you like spoiling things, but flip it.
Unbelievable.
I know Santa's in the chat and everything.
Yeah, how can you say he's not real?
No, the winter lights or holiday lights. They're not Christmas lights. But no.
I thought you didn't like all that PC stuff.
I hate Christmas more. Now, the fact, right? I'm trying to keep the illusion that Santa's real. Right?
Yeah.
For me.
He is. He's in the chat.
I know I know she's 10, so she probably doesn't believe it, right? She knows that I just give her money and everything else now. But it's more of the fact that, you know, the Christmas Eve boxes, right? They now want a Christmas Eve box. So how can you...
bollocks to that.
No, we talked about this last week. So how can you maintain the fact that Santa is real? It's not the parents buying the presents. If you're going to give them a Christmas Eve gift box with presents in it.
Because that's the one from your parents. I don't know.
But your parents shouldn't be buying you presents because you want to get presents if you're good or you're naughty. Now, I know you've been a naughty girl all fucking year, but I'm maintaining that you've been good for Santa. You know? So, yeah. So, bar fucking humbug on you, though, for falling into this Christmas Eve box flipping stuff. It's all your fault. It's like Christmas cards. Write Christmas cards and pencils so you can rub it out and resend it next year.
We've always just done one present on Christmas Eve. Just opening one present. One little one. Mum always chooses which one it is.
Your mum always chooses. Does she get the best present on Christmas Eve then?
No, she chooses the littlest present that I'm allowed to open.
It's not nonsense, Junie. And sorry, Coral, if I've just burst your bubble, mate.
He's in the chat though.
So disrespectful.
Just don't get me started. However, I have lost the argument with Lana. We have got Christmas decorations up in the house.
To change the subject slightly, I'll tell you what I did watch this week. I finally got round to. Nope. I watched Nope.
Not seen it.
I've not seen it yet.
Seen it. The review, and I'm not one to be put off by reviews, Steve. We watched that many shit films that I could get away with it, but Nope is not one that's on my list.
Yeah, I watched it. It's Jordan Peele's new one, innit?
Yeah, what have you got your hand up for?
Read the chat.
Hibernating for Christmas. Raise your hand.
Yeah, Steve, do you want you to hibernate, mate? You can start now.
I must admit, actually.
No.
What? You wanted him to hibernate?
Just the video proof.
Of what? You're asking him to hibernate.
Bullying.
You're asking for Steve to hibernate. It doesn't say
Steve, because you're Scrooge.
You pillock, not me. But as I was saying to myself a second ago, Ashley, it wasn't my favourite of the trilogy that he's done, or the 3 films that he's done.
Is that the one with glass?
No, that's Get Out, Us.
Oh, yeah.
And, this.
I remember now.
But yeah, it's basically like a sci-fi alien sort of type movie. It's flying saucers, that sort of thing. Which I think you see that in the trailer, so it's not spoiling anything for anybody.
No, I just don't see. Look, watching the trailer the trailer doesn't excite me, and the reviews don't excite me. I just don't see what the drawing for that is. And you know me, I like me sci-fi, I like me silly little.
I mean, the thing is that it had Glenn in out of The Walking Dead, and I like him as an actor. And then it had what was he called? One of the other gent in it. So I was looking forward to it, but the thing that the strongest character is definitely the female character. I've never heard of him before.
Before I go, because my tea's nearly ready, I just have a suggestion for little Big Steve even.
What?
I've got a suggestion for Big Steve.
Oh, for Big Steve. Oh,
it might make you feel more cheerful if you put some glitter in your beard and hang baubles from it.
That would be amazing.
Then you feel festive. All year. Beard baubles exist too.
Now, I am not against other people enjoying Christmas. Okay. And,
yes, you are.
And if you listen to the start of the show, you know where I've been today to facilitate people enjoying Christmas. You know.
Hey, Tom.
You know, I'm not against it. I just don't enjoy Christmas. I just don't see. I like seeing the joy and the enjoyment of my girls going through Christmas. I just don't enjoy the commercialized version of Christmas.
I do understand it, to be fair, but I enjoy all the twinkly lights, and I love giving gifts and doing cards and stuff like that because it's like the cheerful stuff.
One sec. Well, I've got Sam and Belle on here. Guys, I've sent off the Secret Santa for Belle yesterday or the day before. I've put Sam and Belle on the top of it, but obviously it's for Belle, and it's an eBay box. So when it arrives, just keep it aside.
I need to write a note on mine. Right, I am going to head off because my tea is being served.
Yes, I think we're going to need to call it a day soon because I need to go.
Yeah, we'll call it a day. I'm in Glasgow.
He's already a pumpkin. I'm sorry.
What? Who's a pumpkin?
Mum said, and Big Steve will turn into a pumpkin. I said, he's already a pumpkin.
Ahoy!
And you thought I didn't catch that then? Didn't you? You thought you could get away with it.
for now.
Right.
Watch my
See you,
video.
Dad.
Thumbs up and all that.
Catch you in a bit.
Thanks, Cherry. Catch you in a bit, love.
Thank you.
Bye, Kathy.
So, yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it?
Hmm.
Look, Tam, I blame you for this. It's your
No,
fault.
he's been blaming you all night, Tam. Honestly, mate, you need to watch it back. He's been blaming you all night.
I ruined Christmas, apparently, buying him. Yeah, it's your fault.
Now Santa's got nothing to give him.
Yeah, he can go and empty his sack over some other poor person. Right. Next week's show. Actually,
We
it's
need an
not next
actor.
week's show, is it?
We need an actor.
It's not next week's show, is it? It's the week after, the 22nd. We have our Christmas special show. We have already aligned special guests to come on. However, we will be putting the link in the chat as well.
Yeah, of course.
So we've got Andrew, Cherry, Chris, and Belle with Lana. Lana's coming on as well. She's not getting out of it. And then we'll throw the link in as well. So you're more than welcome to join us, and we will be talking about Christmas movies, etc., and what you're hoping to get for Christmas and your worst Christmas presents and stuff. I know that it's going to be a little bit political because your partners are going to be next year when you're on the stream, etc. But, you know, it'll be good entertainment. And the week after that, we're going to be reviewing 2022. So that's the week in between Christmas and New Year. And we've got Video Tasties on. We've got AJ Movie Place and a few other people coming on as well to review the year of 2022 in movies and what we're expecting to get for 2023. So we've got a couple of good shows coming up. Not that all our shows are bad, but we have got a couple of good ones coming up as well. Steve, you were going to say something then, mate? An actor. We do need an actor. You are right. Share screen.
Hey, Neil.
So, yeah, we've got a couple of shows and a couple of good guests coming on as well. And like I said, we will throw the link in the chat. So, as normal, and you can all come on and take part. Yeah. Okay, Junie, you're more than welcome. What we'll do is that we'll throw it in for you. I know those little Scottish towns do have internet, so you should be okay.
You'll find that out when you go to Edinburgh, where it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm in Glasgow next week. I'm travelling up on the Tuesday for a meeting on the Wednesday morning to travel back Wednesday.
Go on then, what we got?
Shuffle.
Anyway. Is it? Where we're going? Oh, that'll be good.
Ah, you know what this means?
Yeah, I know.
You know what this means, don't you?
It's not going in my top 5.
It's to return a face-off. Return a face-off. There we go. John Travolta. And the homework movie, we haven't re-spun a homework movie because we are going to watch When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
So I promise you guys, I will get it watched, and we'll get that sorted out. I'll put a ball in Glasgow that you're coming. Right, ladies and gents. So thank you for watching. If you like the content, please like the video. Shabba, I will put your movie requests on the wheel for next week, so they will go on there. If you want a suggestion for the wheel going on, then please leave a comment on this video and I'll pick it up for you there. Join us over on Movie Chats and Film Geeks because we like to post stuff on there, what we're watching, what's going on there. And plus, there's lots of people putting content out there at the moment. And like I say, I am coming across all new film reviewers and people like that, and I love all that content as well. Magpie Movies is one of them, and I was talking to him before on his YouTube channel via the comments. And like I say, we've made so many friends of the channel that way as well, which has been really, really great. And thank you for your support. On that note, we're going to call it a day. Like I say, I'm going to be turning into a pumpkin soon, and little Steve looks like he's dead on his feet. Keep your eye out for all the new videos, because we are posting on a Tuesday and a Saturday at the moment, as well as the lives on a Thursday. So, yeah, there's loads coming out from Movie Chats. So we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.